You know, the mind is programmable. But most of us, we live our entire lives running on old software, code written by fear, pain, and repetition. We call it destiny, we call it personality, but really, it's just conditioning. What if I told you that you could rewrite it? That the story you've been telling yourself, the one looping quietly behind your thoughts, could be reprogrammed? That's the real power of hypnosis. Not the swinging pendulum or the stage trick, but the science and art of reconditioning the mind. Now, let's start from the beginning, with the blueprint of the brain. Every experience you've had, every emotion, every thought leaves a trace inside you. Your brain is a living map, and those traces are what neuroscientists call neural pathways. Think of them like trails through a forest. The more you walk a trail, the clearer it becomes. Keep walking it long enough, and it becomes a highway. That's how habits form. Habits of behavior, habits of emotion, habits of thought. Worry becomes a habit. Doubt becomes a habit. Even sadness, when rehearsed long enough, feels like home. The brain doesn't judge. It doesn't ask if a habit is good or bad. It only knows repetition. It strengthens whatever you practice. But here's the miracle of it all. The brain is not static. It's alive. It's adaptable. It's what scientists call neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape itself. That means who you are is not fixed. You are a living work in progress, sculpted by the thoughts you repeat and the emotions you choose to revisit. Now that we understand the blueprint, let's move into what hypnosis really is. Most people misunderstand hypnosis. They think it's a trick or a loss of control. In truth, hypnosis is not sleep. It's focus, a deep, quiet, laser-like attention. It's a bridge between the conscious and the subconscious, the gate between what you think and what you believe. Under hypnosis, the brain's analytical centers relax, the filters of self-criticism fade, and suddenly the subconscious, the place where habits and beliefs live, becomes open to change. It's like updating the software of your mind while the computer is in sleep mode. You're not losing control, you're reclaiming it from the noise. Now, why does this matter? Because the subconscious runs most of our lives. Imagine a person trapped in a cycle of fear or addiction or self-sabotage. They keep trying to change, consciously, but the subconscious keeps pulling them back to the old pattern. It's like trying to steer a ship from the deck when the autopilot below is set in the opposite direction. Hypnosis allows you to go below deck and reset the course. Through guided imagery and suggestion, it teaches the brain to form new pathways, to transform craving into calm, fear into curiosity, avoidance into action. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's real. So when you imagine success, peace, or courage in a hypnotic state, your brain fires the same neurons as if you were truly living it. That's the beauty of mirror neurons, the silent mimics in your brain that mirror what you see and imagine. With repetition, the imagined self becomes the natural self. But hypnosis goes beyond habit. It can reach the heart of healing. Let's talk about that for a moment, the healing dimension of hypnosis. You see, trauma is not just a memory. It's the body's way of remembering pain through sensation. It's the mind replaying danger even when the danger is gone. Through hypnosis, people can revisit painful memories safely, rewriting their meaning without reliving their suffering. It's not about forgetting, it's about reframing. It's about teaching the body and brain that safety, peace, and trust are possible again. Therapists use hypnosis for chronic pain, anxiety, phobias, even depression. Because when the subconscious believes it can heal, the body often follows. Heart rate slows, muscles release, even immune responses shift. This isn't mysticism, it's biology obeying belief. Now, you might be wondering, do I need a therapist for this? Not always. There's something called self-hypnosis. It's simple, quiet, and deeply powerful. Find a calm space. Focus on your breath. Let your thoughts drift like clouds across a still sky. Then speak gently to yourself, not as an order, but as an invitation. I am capable of change. I am safe in my body. I am learning to trust myself again. The best time is just before sleep, when the subconscious door opens and listens. Repeat it, believe it, and over time, those words become the voice of your new reality. Each repetition is like laying a new neural brick, a new pathway through the forest of your mind. And eventually, your mind learns the way home. Now, let's dive deeper into the science of belief. Your brain runs on patterns of thought, but your subconscious runs on emotion. Emotion is what gives belief its power. When you feel a belief deeply, your heart rate changes, your breathing changes, your chemistry shifts. The body listens to the story the mind tells. Under hypnosis, belief becomes amplified. You can tell the brain a new story, and if you feel it strongly enough, it becomes your truth. That truth changes how your nervous system reacts, and that reaction begins to change the reality around you. So remember this: every thought is an electrical event. Every word you say to yourself releases a chemical into your bloodstream. That's how energy becomes emotion, and emotion becomes biology. You are always programming yourself, with or without awareness. The difference is, hypnosis helps you choose what you program. Of course, we must talk about ethics, because power without purpose can become dangerous. Hypnosis should never be used to control, only to liberate. A true hypnotherapist doesn't plant their ideas into your mind. They help you discover your own. They act as a mirror, reflecting your inner wisdom back to you. Deep healing cannot be forced. It must be invited. And hypnosis, when used ethically, is simply a way of opening that door. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means you are not your habits. You are not your fears. You are not even the story you keep replaying about your past. You are the consciousness behind all of it, the quiet observer who has the power to rewrite every word, every line, every belief. The power of hypnosis is not about losing control. It's about finding freedom. The freedom to choose again, to rebuild, to rise. So tonight, when silence fills your room, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and ask yourself, if I could rewrite just one belief about myself, what would it be? Because the mind listens. It always has. And what you whisper to it tonight becomes the life you live tomorrow.